Hi YouTubers, welcome back. This is now issue 47 of Build the Classic Routemaster. Okay, so yeah, this is issue 47. We've got more of the seats to assemble and the rear benches by the looks of it. Quite a big pack. Now, in issue 40, I think it was issue 44. Yeah, issue 44, I already put some of the seats onto the platform. Now, P40F20 has commented saying that he recommends, I think I covered this in an earlier issue, but he recommends that I don't fix the seats to the base plate at the moment because it is very awkward to get the screws in when it's all together and lining everything up. Now, I tend to do them as the magazine says, so that if there is any problems that crop up, we can deal with it. So I'm sort of doing what most would probably do without knowing further ahead, if that makes sense. However, on this video, I've already fitted half of them to the actual deck. I'm going to build the seats and I'm going to leave these seats off so that we can do it both ways. So I'll try and build it and then we can compare, and then obviously we can work out what the best way to do it is. I mean, everyone's going to be slightly different. I might be able to manage okay. It could be a case that I've got to take all those seats back off again to fit the side panels, and I think I will be getting to that stage this month. I think I've got that issue ready to do, but the plan is I'm actually going to film all four of these now today, so we'll see how it goes. So for this issue I'm going to build the seats, but I'm not actually going to attach them to the lower deck as it will probably suggest. And then later on we can then look and compare, see what's best. So anyway, that's that. So let's go down. We'll open the pack. We'll check off all the parts, and then we'll get building. Okay, so here we go. Nice massive pack this week. So I'm going to carefully try and undo it. And then we'll check off all the parts as we normally do, make sure everything is here before we even start. As I said before, I like to go through the parts. You know, it may be a bit of a pointless exercise. Some of you may find this bit a bit boring. However, we need to know that all the parts are here before we start building. So that's what I like to do. So yes, we've got a fair few parts in this issue. Right, so let me open this bag. And I can see there's some screws hanging about, so just be really careful when you undo this. There we go, there's a pack just sitting on there, look. I think that is everything out of the big bag, but I'll leave it down there. Okay, look at this. So we've got some more loose bits just here, so be careful with them. I'm just going to grab the parts tray that Penny provided me with, that she made, that I printed. I love it. It's so much better. Right, so from the off, I'm actually going to put these screws in here. And then we can go through them when we go through the parts. I just don't want to lose them. So we've got lots of JP screws. There may even be some more, I don't know. But there's 2 packs at the moment. So I think there's going to be a lot of screwing in this issue. And if Chris Camplin's watching, he'll appreciate that. Okay, so ooh. Yeah, what a big pack. I can hardly fit it on the table, to be honest. Right, so there's nothing on there at the moment. Okay, so yeah, these are much bigger than I thought. these bench seats. So we've got 47A and B. A is the left seat frame and B is the right seat frame, and that is these two pieces here. And as Penny would say, there's no knobbly bits on them. So I think we've done all the knobbly bits. These are just completely flat, the rails. So that is part A, which is the left seat frame, and it's actually got an L etched on there, which you won't see. And this one has actually got an R etched on there, so that is left and right. So I'm just going to put them over here. A, B. Right, C is two of the seat supports, which we are used to. We've had them before. They're the same. So they are C. Okay, so part D is the left seat cushion, and I believe it's this one here. Yeah, that is the left seat cushion, and I know that because it's got a rounded edge on the bottom where this red colour is, and one up this end. So that is part D. E is the left seat backrest, and that is going to be this piece here. And again, I can tell by the shape, and also it's got L written on the back for left. This part doesn't have that on here, but this says L for left, so that is going to be part E. F is the right seat cushion, which is this piece here. So that's F. G is the right seat backrest. Again, it has got R written on there. And I know it's that one because of the parts list, the diagram. As you know, you can just tell. Oh, okay, so that is those. Right, okay, 47H is a left rear seat frame. And let me just look at these and see if I can identify any differences between them. Now, to me, these both look identical. All the holes are in the same places. The bottom looks the same. Ah, no, not quite. Okay, there is a difference. Yes, there is quite a noticeable difference actually. Right, if you put them side by side, you'll notice the bottom of this one has got these two bits cut out, that one hasn't. And then if you turn them over, it's opposite. You've got the holes cut out there, not there. And also on one of the seats, you've got like this bit that's edged out. See this channel that runs down the side. But the other one, this one doesn't have that at all. It's just this one that has that channel. So, looking at the magazine, I think this is 47H, which is the left rear seat frame, because of the direction on the magazine, and it's got these two cutouts on this on the left hand side as you look at it face on. So that's going to be H. Okay, and then I is the left footrest. Okay, and that is going to be this piece here, and I know that because if we compare them, you've got these cutouts here, and they're on the opposite side. So this is 47I, which is the left footrest, so that'll go with the left seat frame. 47J is obviously the right rear seat frame, and I'm confident to say it's this one, Although I can't see this groove on the picture, I can see that the cutouts are on the right hand side, and then you've got the square edge on the left hand side, and that is 47J, so that is going to be, say, the right rear seat frame. Then obviously this will be 47K, which is the right footrest. Again, that is correct because it's got the cutout on the left hand side, so I'm going to put that with that. Okay, 47L are protector plates, and we've got 2 of those. And they are sellotaped into here. Okay, and they look like that, and they've got some 3M on the back for securing it down. And it's actually really good. They've actually provided you with a tab on the end so you can pull the backing paper off, because those of you who've used this before, it can be an absolute nightmare trying to peel this protective film off to get access to the sticky, and you end up sometimes pulling the whole sticky off. So it's really good that they've got these little tabs you can just lift those up with. So again, really good thought gone into that. Okay, 47M are 4 rear seat cushions. And I think that's these here. You've actually got 2 in here. One is obviously bigger than the other, and I think it's the smaller ones we want. So they are the seat cushions. Okay, and then last of all we've got 47N, which is the rear seat backrests, which I believe are the larger ones. See, as you look at it from a slight distance, there's not really a lot in it, but they are definitely bigger. Brilliant. And that is the parts tray that we got supplied empty, so I'm just going to leave that down there. Okay, and we should also have 46 JP screws. So I'm going to have a quick count up on one of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 24. And there's about 24 in there. So yeah, that's going to be about right. I might have miscounted, could be 22. So I know there's over 20 in one. So there's definitely going to be 40 odd there. So I'm happy that there was only 2 packets of JP screws supplied. Okay, so we can now move on to step 1. So we're going to be assembling some seats. So we want to take the left seat frame 47A and the left seat backrest 47E. Okay, so I know this is A and it says left on it, and this will be 47E, and we're going to fit the backrest on as we did in issue 44. You've got a locating pin just on there which will line up with the locating hole on the rear, and then we're just going to carefully pop that locating pin in. And then you'll see it protrude through the end slightly, and that's lined that up nicely. And then we can fix them in with 2 JP screws. So I shall do that now. So just hold that in place and then screw that in. Again, we're working with plastic parts, so don't over tighten these screws. Just pop them in enough. You'll know when to stop. As soon as it starts getting some resistance, just stop, check, and then make adjustments if you need to. So yeah, this one is slightly loose, so I'm just going to give it another quarter of a turn. Still very slightly loose, so again another quarter, and I'll do the same with this one. And I'm happy that that is now fixed securely. So you don't want to screw it more than you need to, because it's not going to go anywhere. And if you carry on screwing, it will just, you'll hear a clunk and then your screw will just start spinning, and then you may have difficulty later on. So I'm happy with that. Next we're going to take the left seat cushion 47D and fit it into part 47A, fix in place with 2 JP screws again. So it's going to be this part here, and I know that because you want the slight curved, the curved edges on the front, and then you've also got a locating pin which hopefully should locate itself, which it does, and then you've got the red on one side, so I'm happy with that. And then again we're going to pop in 2 JP screws in the bottom. Again, just going to do it enough till it stops. Just check. I think I'll have a quarter of a turn on that one, and I'll have a quarter of a turn on that one. Yep, and that is solid, so I'm happy with that. Okay. Next we're going to take one of the seat supports, 47C. Now they are both the same, so it doesn't matter which one you take. Okay, and then we're going to fix that to the underside of the frame, 47A, with 2 JP screws. So you'll notice on the bottom you've got 2 screw holes there, and there is actually a locating pin like issue 44. So this will only fit one way. If I try and put it in the wrong way, the holes are not going to line up and the locating pin isn't going to want to fit either. So that is only going to fit one way. And I'm just going to grab my screws out. Oh dear. So line that up, and then we shall just pop those screws through the underside. Again, just enough to stop. Don't want to go too mad on it. Just check that that is secure. Maybe just a little bit of a turn on that one. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So there we go. That is one done. We're going to do the same, exactly the same for the other one now. As I say, I'm going to leave these 2 off, as I said at the beginning of the video, so we can see, just in case I do need to take them off. So we're going to take the right seat frame now, and we're going to build this up exactly the same as this. So we'll take the rear cushion, line up the locating peg, slip that in the hole, and then with 2 JP screws, secure that in. Again, just going to do enough to stop. Check, and I'm happy that's secure. So that is done. Going to take the cushion, again fit that in the same way, line up the locating peg, 2 screws, and then attach. I'm going to give this one a quarter. Well, no, I can't even do a quarter actually. It wants to stop there. I'm just giving it a little tweak. That's it. That's all it needs. See, I hardly touched that screw, and that was enough to tighten that solid. It had a very slight bit of wobble on it, and I literally I didn't even do a quarter of a turn, and I'm happy with that. Next, we're going to fit the support, the other one, the last one. Again, you've got the locating pin. This will only go on one way. And then I'm going to fit that underneath. So that's one in. And then I'm going to check. That's absolutely perfect. And there we have the other seat. So steps 3 and 4 are asking us to fit these onto the platform. As I say, I'm going to skip that step until we get further on in the build, and then we can compare whether it's best to leave all the seats off or put them on. The problem is, obviously, I'm quite behind, so I think most of you have already done this stage, hence why you're helping me with the advice. But I know that a couple of my subscribers are about the same stage as me, if not a week or two behind, so you know, this is going to sort of cater for them as well. Okay, so next we're going to take the right rear seat frame 47J, which is this one actually. Okay, and we're going to take the two back cushions 47N to the back of the seat. So again, I think it's these larger ones, and these are, I'm just going to double check that these are all the same. Yes, they are. All the locating pegs are in the same place. So again, we're going to line up the locating peg in the hole just there. Brilliant, and that has fit perfectly. Okay, and then again we're going to use the JP screws to secure that in from behind, and we're going to do both of the rear ones. So in the same way, from the back, I'm just going to screw that in until it stops. Check, that is absolutely solid. And then we're going to do the other side. Okay, same again, through the rear. And I'm happy with that. That is the rear cushions installed. And I was saying at the beginning of the video, I can't believe how large these are, to be honest. They didn't look as big as they actually are, so yeah, a bit of a nice surprise. What we're going to do now is put the cushions on, and again the same way, you've got a locating pin, quite a large one, protruding through there. We're going to fit that down and then screw from underneath. Just check that that's secure, which it is. I'm really happy with that. And there we go, that is one of the cushions on. And then we'll do the same for the other side, any one, so they're all the same. And there we go. Absolutely brilliant, look at that. Okay, so we're going to set that aside because we need to do exactly the same for the other side. I am just going to keep that with that, so I know that they're together. We're going to do exactly the same for this side, so I'll just quickly go through this. So obviously locating pin, line up, it was fit really nicely. You'll know when you've got a fit. And then we'll screw them in. Yep, happy with that. Same on this side. I'm happy with that, although I've just noticed some defect. Just see where my finger is. There's some of the, this is like what do you call it, sticky vinyl stuff that which sort of sticks over the plastic, and this, it looks like a little mouse or something's had a little bit of a nibble on that. No, it's not, but that's what it looks like. So whether there was damage with the vinyl when they put it on, I'm not too concerned, because even though it's obviously a new model, it looks slightly worn, and I think that would be quite a nice effect inside. And to be honest, you're not going to notice it because this will be inside. I think, you know, the model is so big and there's so much detail, I don't think your eye, you know, right now my eye's drawn to that because this is what we've got, but by the time it's in the model, I don't think our eye will even notice that unless you know what to look for. So I'm not going to do anything about that. So again, we're going to do the cushions now, so just fit them in from underneath. So that's 1 and 2. That is solid. And then the last one. That's 1 and 2. And now we have the other bench, the bench seat. So I'm going to just leave that to the side for the moment. Okie doke, so the next step and the last step is to peel the protective backing off the protector plates and stick in place on the recess on the front of the seat frame. Okay, so the best way I can explain this is if you lay this down on the table with the foot plate on, so I can show you this. Basically, that's going to line up at the bottom. Okay, so that'll be flat. The kick plate is going to stick just above that, and I don't know whether you can see. There's actually just a faint line. So I think the best thing to do is when we fit this, we want to push it up as far as possible. Yeah, you want to line it up with the actual the line that's on the front. Just see that line. So push it up to the top of the line. Now, these are quite, I wouldn't say these were flat. So I'm just pushing them downwards. And on the back, I'm just going to push down just to try and flatten those a bit. I think that has sorted it. But obviously the adhesive will help stick this down. So what we're going to do is peel off the sticky, and be careful because I think we've only got one shot at this actually, because this 3M tape is super strong. I'm just going to put it on at a slight angle, line it up, brilliant, and then stick down. Ooh, okay. And I'm just going to use my thumb to sort of push that down all the way along. Okay, and I'm happy with that. That seems to have stuck quite nicely. And then if you want, you can just check this and just make sure that that fits in okay. Yeah. And then we should have something that looks like that. Okay, so we're going to do the same on the other side. Again, just peel that off carefully, line it up. So I'm using my two fingers either side just to make sure that that is lined up, and then with my thumbs I'm going to push it up to the groove and then set that down like so, and then just use my thumbs along to make sure that is all pushed down. We want all of that 3M tape to have contact all the way along. Yeah, I'm happy with that. And then we just check that that does seat okay and it is level. For me, that is not going to be an issue. Good. So there we go. That is the strips put on. Nice bit of detail there. And they are metal, those strips, by the way. Okay. And that is the finished view. That is it for this issue. So yeah. Lots to do. Lots of screws. I have noticed we've got a lot of screws left over. However, obviously it asked us to fit the two seats into you know, into the platform, so that will be 4 screws left over. 4 screws we would have used if we did that step, but we've still got lots of screws left over, so they may be for next week, because everything is screwed that needs to be screwed and there is no more instruction. So yeah, keep your screws in a safe place. Obviously I'm going to be going on to filming 48 in a minute anyway, so I shall just keep these here because I'll probably need them for next week for you. So yeah, there is the parts from this week assembled. Okay, so yeah, that was it for issue 47. So I hope you enjoyed that issue as much as I did. There was a lot to do in this issue. I did rush through it a little bit, but I didn't want the video to drag on too long. You know, just putting screws in the seats and that. But it is pretty self-explanatory. You've got locating pegs, so nothing can go in the wrong way, which is brilliant. So yeah, that was it. So I'd say I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, share, subscribe. Now if you wish to buy me a coffee, there is a link in the description. And I'm experimenting. I've got an Amazon wish list. and I had a chat with Penny about this because I was going to link it into the description. Now, I'm not, I felt a bit awkward because I'm not expecting anything off of the list, but it's just another way. It's a wish list for a reason. There's some products on there that I would like for personal reasons or for projects, and it's there to share. So if you wish to support the channel, you can buy me a coffee. Thank you to those who already have. Really appreciate it. It means a lot. I didn't think I would actually get a coffee, to be honest, but I've had quite a few. Not loads, but I've got a few regulars, and it's amazing. So thank you so much to you. You know who you are, for the support for that. But if you wish to support me in any other way, there will be an Amazon wish list in the description as well. So yeah, anyway, enough waffle. Glad you enjoyed, and I'll see you next week.